All right. All right. They keep cutting the play off. They keep cutting the play off. I must be saying some heavy stuff in here. They keep cutting me off. All right. Well, I'm going to work through it tonight, man. We're going to work through this. We're going to work through it tonight, baby. Yeah, they keep cutting me off. That's why y'all need to subscribe to the channel. Okay. All right. I'm back. Okay. I'm back. I'm back. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Excuse me. All right. I'm back live. They keep getting at me. All right. They keep getting at a player. All right. Man, man, man. Okay. Come on back in, guys. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, when I started going in a little too heavy, when I go in a little too heavy, man. Yeah, when I go in too heavy, they start messing with the page. So that's what it is. That is what it is. But I'm back. Yeah, they messing with the Sunday show, but it's gonna be chopped up in increments, but it's cool. It's gonna be chopped up, but it's cool. It's cool. Now, what was I talking about before they cut me off last time? What was I touching on? Shout out to D Tubman in the room. Again, I was talking about blacks on the bottom policies. I was talking about how a lot of these tethers are sitting around talking about how divisive foundational black Americans are. Because we are identifying ourselves as foundational black Americans. And when we call out the disrespectful tethers, they don't say anything to the tethers, but they get mad at us for calling them out. Now, we're not playing that game. You're not going to shame us into accepting some kumbaya ideology. Let's be clear. Family, when it comes to power, other groups, it's all about what are they going to get tangible. There's no emotion involved. When it comes to other groups, the name of the game is what are they going to get tangible? Hit the thumbs up button. Hit that like button. Asians, it's all about what they're going to get tangible. Hispanics is all about what they're going to get that's tangible. When you talk about black people, everything becomes feelings, unity, diversity. See, these are trick words that are designed to undermine your agenda. I want black people to stop falling for these words because when it gets to us, they all talk about how unify, togetherness, coalitions, allies. They only talk that shit with us, which is a con game. That is a con game, guys. Let folks know we don't have to do the kumbaya. We're not trying to do the unity and all, because you guys, when it came to the stuff that you're getting, you weren't about no unity. We need specific things. They run the symbolic game on us, start talking about unity, togetherness, coalition building, black and brown. We're all in this together. So when you get something, nigga, we all supposed to get something, which is going to keep you on the bottom. See, that's the trick bag that a lot of black folks are falling for. You got to be brave enough to say, no, thank you. I don't want you to be an ally. I just want you to be an ally for my resources. I don't want to sit here and hug and kiss on you and dance. See, that's what happens when it comes to black issues. They'll send a bunch of white people out there to the protest to dance and twerk and clap and egg you on. And then at the end of the twerking contest, the white people go back to their homes where they're protected, and you go back to the hood where the race soldiers are slaughtering you. and they slaughter us in the suburbs. So no black person is safe. But just understand, when you leave the protest, you go right back to the same situation you were in, and the white people go back to their protected status, and nothing was done. And then niggas get to brag about going to the Nothing Burger protest. Well, shit, I was out there on the front line. The front line doing what? Oh, I was out there. Doing what, nigga? Let my voice be heard. Heard for what? I'm out there representing. You know, niggas get to talking dumb, circular bullshit talk. It becomes gospel fest. It becomes performance fest. We got to stop being that. Nothing changes. We go back to the same old, same old. Family, we got to switch the game up. We out here playing these games. When they start attacking 9-year-old black children, remember, they got a 9-year-old black girl, handcuffed her and pepper sprayed her. Niggas got to get serious about dealing with these damn race soldiers. You understand? You better be serious about dealing with these race soldiers. I'm saying publicly, if race soldiers targeted my children, handcuffed them, and pepper sprayed them, I'm going to reciprocate the same energy to the race soldier. I will say that publicly. FBI, you don't have to tap my phone. I'll say that publicly. That's not a secret. I will reciprocate. Whatever they do to my kids, they're going to get the same energy from me. I'm not with that. Your kids get harmed and you sitting up here with Benjamin Crump and all that old sucker shit. No. No. Some of us are not chicken shit out here. There's certain things where you just got to turn the hell up on. When they start messing with your kids, it's time to turn up, for real. You give them that same energy. You understand? There's nothing wrong with sacrificing for your children. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The dominant white society, they sacrifice for their children. You understand? But family, it's time to get real out here. And let me say this. Remember, guys, when they were talking about these policies that they're giving to Asians, this is another trick bag too, guys. And y'all, I got to talk fast before they cut me off because we're going in deep tonight. I got to talk fast before they cut me off. Family, notice Biden and Kamala, their administration, put a policy in place, an executive order in place to give protections to Asians because of the racism they face. Got it? And they didn't do anything for black people. See, this is the trick bag that they've been doing on us. They'll use the civil rights bills and some of the civil rights policies that black people, your family suffered and sacrificed for to protect your ass. They will use those civil rights policies to create executive orders to protect other groups that help marginalize you, and the policies to protect those groups will be targeted to punish you as black people. Let me say that again. Some of the civil rights policies that's protecting these non-black groups will protect them and punish other black people. For example, the civil rights laws protected white LGBT people. When they say LGBT, they mean white. Black LGBT don't get no protection. Ass and Bucks victims. Okay? Black LGBT people don't get no damn protections. They're just mascots for the white LGBT community. We're breaking this down in the Buck Breaking movie. The protections are for the white LGBT community. And who are they protecting them from? Who are they going to punish? You're not going to punish other white people. You're going to punish black people. Why? Because black people are homophobic. Remember, there's a lot of homophobia in the black community. Remember that lie they've been promoting? They started promoting that lie. They tried to promote that lie in the 70s. It fell flat. Then it picked up steam in the 90s with people like Nikki Giovanni. They were promoting that lie for their white liberal benefactors. You understand? That black people are homophobic propaganda. That's some shit that they started in the 90s real heavily. So they sit up and say how homophobic black people are, and the victims of homophobia crimes are LGBT. So we got to protect LGBT against those Negro boogeymen. You see? We sit up here and let these folks co-opt our struggle so that they can use the laws against us. Black people are not marginalizing gay people. Black people are not discriminating against gay people. Straight black people are not harming gay people. Gay people are harmed by other gay people. The dudes out here tricking, selling pussy, out here in the streets doing dangerous sex work, so they get into situations with white Hispanics and the Jeffrey Dahmers and the Ed Bucks. You see, notice Ed Buck was never punished for those dead black men coming out of his house. They got Ed Buck for the drugs. Remember, Ed Buck was never punished for all them dead black men coming out of his damn house. Ed Buck got punished because of the damn meth he had in the house. Family, recently there's a white man now I think he's the son of a cop. He had a black lover, a black man that he was bussing out and killed the black man. The white boy got a year in jail for tampering with the evidence. He killed the black man and then tampered with the evidence to cover it up. He didn't get charged for the murder. He just got charged and convicted for the tampering of evidence. Black folks, you don't get no damn protection for no LGBT. The white LGBT community is your biggest damn enemy. They're the ones who's killing you. Ask Jeffrey Dahmer's victims. They're the ones who's harming you. And they get protected because of their whiteness. You understand? They're doing the same thing with Asians now. Family, right now, in these little Asian chat rooms and Asian message boards, and people like Lisa Ling, somebody showed me some stuff where they were doing a clubhouse call where they're getting little isolated incidents of some black people allegedly attacking Asians. Very isolated, like 1 or 2 cases that they're blowing up, making it seem like there's a wave of crime where black people are harming Asian people. They're doing this on the low right now. Family, what they're doing now, they're trying to create another anti-Asian wave of crime coming from black society. This is why they put those policies in place to protect Asians from racism, meaning racism from black people. It's you're the racist black people. That's what they're doing, guys. They're blaming the racism on black people. You watch out for little old slick ass Lisa Ling and people like that. Yeah, watch these people. Y'all gonna hear a lot of that lately. See, the name of the game is to flip the script on black people. The same people who practice racism against black people, they flip the script and say, well, you're the real racist. You're practicing racism against me. 2 Negroes beat some Asians up, so that means there's a crime wave in the black community. Notice the Asian community ignored all of these Asian men at these nail shops and beauty supply shops beating up sisters left and right. Remember that? There was a real wave of that, of Asian anti-black abuse. We know what Peter Liang did and how the Asian community stood behind Peter Liang for killing an innocent black man. So now they're going to flip it and use a couple of isolated incidents to act like they're the victims. Black folks, y'all made a major mistake on this kumbaya, dragging everybody into the kumbaya game. Family, we got to get tough with this shit. We got to get hold your own nuts ready for these folks. Family, if they start pulling this type of stuff, man, we have to let these other businesses that come into the black community that we fund and thrive, we let thrive, we're going to have to let them rot on the vine, for real. We're going to have to get to the point where we're just not going to patronize their businesses, period. Damn a boycott. Let them die off. They live off the backs of our dollars, the backs of our patronage, and then turn around and get policies put in place in order to criminalize all of us. Yeah, the Michelle Malkins of the world. Family, I could live without stir-fried chicken. Okay, and you can too. And you can get your hair weaves from other places. Okay? See, we got to start getting codified. You dig? Because we're the ones funding these people. We got to get serious and have codified discipline. We got to go back old school, black people. Black people, black people, black people, my young black people. Where are my babies? Where are my children here? Where are my young black folks? I want you to understand, young black people, you don't need any other group in the dominant society. You don't need white people. You don't need Asian Chinese food and hair weaves, because that's really what they're giving you. That's really all you get, and you get your nails done by them. There's some sisters in your neighborhood who can do nails too. You understand? You don't need the little Arab 7-Eleven stores in the East Indian 7-Eleven. You don't need them. Those are not necessities. We are foundational black Americans. We are the greatest survivors in recorded history. No other group, nowhere, has been treated the way we have been treated for so long, and we are still able to thrive. Family, we got this. We just have to get you to remember that we got it. Family, I want you to understand. See, a lot of our history is hidden. A lot of our history is hidden, so a lot of us don't know. This is why I do the Hidden Colors series. This is why I do the documentary series, so we can know who the hell we are, so we can be reminded. Out there in Utah, they had something where one of the schools, or some of the schools, are talking about the parents can opt out of Black history curriculums at school. Now, let me tell you something. If you said you wanted to opt out, and I think this was in the UK somewhere, I forgot where it was, but I know some parent wanted their children to opt out of the LGBT studies. They were like, it was a black family. They were like, nah, I don't really want my kid learning about anything with a sexual undertone. So they were like, no, we don't want our kid learning that. So they tried to opt the kid out of the LGBT studies, and the kid got suspended. They suspended the black kid because the family didn't want the kid learning about anything sexual, which makes sense. If you want to opt out of something, see, they're going to start trying to punish you. If you say, hey, I don't want my 8-year-old learning about what a damn bisexual is. Because when you talk about LGBT studies, the B is bisexual. I don't really want to have to explain to a damn 7-year-old what a bisexual is. That's inappropriate for a child to learn. I'm not afraid to say that. We shouldn't be teaching children what a goddamn bisexual is. Because that's part of the LBGT. You dig? Yeah, I think, if you opt out of the LGBT studies, they'll penalize you, especially if you're black. But Utah was talking about they can opt out of Black history studies. Now, you got to understand, Utah and them damn Mormons, family, this is why you need to understand history. Those Utah Mormons are some of the racist bastards you ever want to meet in your life. They are inherently racist. Utah was started as a racist, white supremacist utopia. Mormonism, man, the filth that they taught in Mormonism, let me tell you something. In Mormonism, the Mormon religion, which is just an offshoot of white supremacy, you couldn't become a priest. You couldn't get into the priesthood. And priesthood meaning, in Mormonism, from what I understand, all males, when they get 12 years old, they are inducted into priestism, if I'm correct or not. I think that's it. I think somebody broke it down to me like that. In the Mormon religion, all the men, if you are, when you reach 12, you are already automatically inducted as a priest. They wouldn't let black males could not be inducted into that priestism thing in Mormonism. They wouldn't allow it. They only allowed it they lifted the ban in 1978. No, not 73, 78. Some of y'all were born around that time. No, they lifted that ban in 1978. Man, the Mormons used to teach that the Cain and Abel story. Well, Cain was being punished by God. He was turned into a Negro. Cain was turned black, and Cain became a pariah. They taught that blacks, it was some kind of bullshit where the blacks are cursed. The black race is a cursed race, and that's why you got black skin. They got some hellified anti-black racism going on with the damn Mormons. That's why Utah is so damn lily white. And they were big slave owners too, by the way, them goddamn Mormons. Let me tell you something. Where my anybody from San Bernardino out here? Where my Californians? Anybody from San Bernardino? In San Bernardino was started as a Mormon enclave. They came in, they migrated from Utah in the mid 1800s and went out to San Bernardino, California to start a Mormon colony out there. They brought a bunch of black slaves with them and kept them enslaved, knowing that California was a free state. They illegally had black people enslaved in San Bernardino, California. And everybody was going to kind of, it was kind of hush hush, but it was open. It was like an open secret. One of those enslaved black people was a sister named Biddy Mason. That's one of my idols. Yeah, they would sleep with children. Yeah, they did all types of weird stuff. So Biddy Mason was one of those people that was enslaved. It was some black people here in Los Angeles at the time. It was only a handful of black people, but there were free black people who somehow corresponded with the enslaved black folks and got them legal help, helped them escape from them damn Mormons. Yeah, they fought them damn Mormons. They had to have an escape plan to get the black people away from them old demonic ass Mormons. And they fought to help these black people get their freedom. One of those people was Biddy Mason, who was an enslaved black woman enslaved by the Mormons. This sister, when she got her freedom, she went on to become the wealthiest woman in the state of California. And they don't even have a street named after Biddy Mason. Family, we got to get a street named after Biddy Mason here in Los Angeles. That's something that I've been trying to push for a long time. They got some little bullshit marker downtown LA called Biddy Mason Park, and it's not a park. It's a little plaque in the back of a building that nobody can see. We have to have a street named after that sister here in LA. This was the wealthiest woman in the whole state who was a damn slave. See, they don't like talking about her. They don't like talking about how we came out of the greatest atrocity and rose all the way to the top. You understand? They don't like to show that narrative because that gives you encouragement. It damn sure gives me encouragement. I go down to Biddy Mason's spot every year just to pay homage. That gives me encouragement. That makes me grind hard to see our folks who was enslaved. You get out and you start popping off that heavy. A lot of us were doing that.